Blog Talk Radio.
Hi, and welcome to Something Building. I'm Jason Stewart.
And I'm Beth Elliott.
We're
Welcome
here.
to the show.
Welcome to the show. Here we go. So, we're here Something Building. That's what the show's all about, is building business.
Small business.
Small businesses, and helping grow a business, start a business. Something.
Pretty much something.
We're going with something.
We're not exactly specifically sure what type of business you want to build, but we're going to try and help you build any type of business that you want.
Right, and you always have to find something that you're good at, and find a product or a service that people are needing or wanting, or something that's in high demand, and
exactly.
And that's what we're here to do.
The best way to be successful in business is always find a need and fill it. Those are the most successful businesses.
Right, exactly. So, we'll tell you a little bit about ourselves. I have a document preparation service business here in Alabama, cover statewide, and I also publish a tidbits in the Hoover, Alabama area. And I'm going to let Beth tell you a little bit about her business.
I am actually an e-publisher. I publish e-books and almost any form of e-books, whether it's e-books, audiobooks, videos, I cover it all. I also work for Tidbits. I am the graphics designer. And
your e-book publishing, that's worldwide, nationwide? What is that?
It's worldwide.
Worldwide. So you can publish anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good deal. So, what this program is about is to help existing small business expand and introduce new technologies to help expand your business or help
run your business more efficiently.
Right, and and to make things easier. Everything's going to the online services. We're going to be talking about websites, how important it is to have your website, social media, different marketing tools to help, grow your customer base. And that's what we're going to be talking about in this show that we're doing.
Yeah, a lot of the things that we'll be telling you about are some of the things that we will personally be doing. We'll also be having interviews with people. A lot of those interviews that we'll be doing will actually be posting throughout the show. It will not be this week. It'll start next week. We have found a lot of people who are, successful in the business that they have because they found that need and they build it. And we will be posting that.
Okay, cool. So we're going to be interviewing small business owners and entrepreneurs.
Yes.
That's going to tell their story, and hopefully people will get some ideas and information, and it will help them start a business or grow their business. Good deal. All right. Well, we can take calls. The phone number to call into the show is 718-766-4948, and you can also try to connect through Skype,
which was my biggest problem last week.
Yeah, we're having some issues with the Skype, but some people got it to work and some people didn't. But you can try it that way if you want to. And
if you have a Magic Jack, you will not be able to call in.
Oh yeah, because it's let's see, what did they say it was, a platform or something?
It was a platform, and that you had to buy credits in order to call in from a Magic Jack.
Okay. Well, we don't have an 800 number yet, so we just have the 718-766-4948, and you can call in and we can discuss future shows or just talk to us in general.
Now, I will comment about an internet-based business. That seems to be the most popular right now, is internet-based businesses. One of the things that you do need to be aware of when you do have an internet-based business is you do have to have a city license, and you do have to have a county license for where you live, because that was one of the things that I actually came across.
Okay, you have to have a business license in the city and the county that you live in?
Correct.
Okay. And that's here in Alabama?
That is here in Alabama.
Okay, so it could be different in other states and other cities?
Yes, and I was informed that if you do have an internet business, some places even require you to have a state license.
Right. So you just have to check with your state's business license and city and county, and some states don't have counties. They have, I forgot what they called. Jurisdiction, places like that. Yeah. So I'm sure that we'll cover that in future shows, and hopefully we have some callers in different states that'll tell us about, their experiences with getting business license. And then, of course, if you sell a product, you'll have to collect sales tax, and we'll talk about that. And good deal.
Because I am worldwide, I do not have to sell anything with the sales tax.
Well, yeah, because you're selling the product, but it's all online. And I don't think a lot of places or states collect sales tax on online stuff at the moment. I think, I'm sure there's a lot of states that are going through, different legislations to get sales tax added to e-products. I'm sure.
That'll be a fun one.
It's probably something in the future, because sales tax revenue is so down in every state now. I'm sure they're probably trying to think of a way to collect money off of it. And probably that's something in the future that we'll have to deal with. It's always exciting to deal with state revenue, but it's all good. It's all part of business. And then, of course, we'll be talking about payroll. And, should you do your own payroll, or should you hire a company? There's a lot of companies out there that just do payroll, like Paychex and different corporate companies. But, we'll be talking about that and, different advertising ideas. There's a lot of people started advertising on Facebook.
A lot of people are just mainly focusing on, advertising through Facebook and no place else. And Facebook is not the only place to actually advertise with, to get free business, but to actually advertise through Facebook, it does actually cost you.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, people are buying ad space on Facebook. And, of course, there's Google, where you buy keywords and things like that to draw business to your website if you have a website. It's very important to have a website for your business nowadays.
Well, one of the problems that Google is actually encountering, a lot of people who do have business shops, most people are going and putting that the business no longer exists, and Google is actually dropping them from the site from the Google search.
Because why?
Because people are actually saying that they do not exist. You get people in there that, really do not want you to succeed, or people that are just trying to be funny. I'm sure a lot of people remember when they were teenagers, a lot of the type of trouble they would try to get into. Well, you got to remember, the day and age that we live in, teenage pranks get a lot different than what we used to do.
Oh, yeah, they're a lot more high-tech and thought out and analyzed, and here we go.
Oh, yeah.
So that's really cool. Very nice.
Yeah, you need to be very aware of what all you choose and what you want to do as free advertising. But the best type advertising that you can do regarding your business is local advertising. You've got to support your local papers, your small town papers. You have to support them, because they're going to be the ones that help get the word out. I mean, some people may think that a lot of the advertising is expensive, but it's well worth it because you will be seen by a lot more people versus, just word of mouth.
That's true. We'll also be talking about different ways to advertise. I mean, of course, there's online advertising, then there's print advertising. And then you have to juggle it and see which one's going to be best for your business, for your company, print or online. So, I'm sure that we'll have a show about that later on. Because advertising, you have to advertise. You have to. I mean, you just can't totally depend on word of mouth, especially in the startup.
Oh, definitely in a startup.
Right. Wow, where did that come from? So the phone number to call into the show is 718-766-4948. And you can also try Skype. Give us a call and let us know what you think.
Definitely.
Right on. So what else you want to talk about, Beth?
Well, I have a few little tidbits of information. Did you know that you can make $35.5 million a year and still be considered a small business? You can also have 1,500 employees and still be considered a small business.
Oh, yeah, that's all considered a small business. Absolutely.
Small business, most people think that they can't get, more than a couple $1,000 and still be considered a small business. No, we want to inform you that it's always important to know everything, especially about your business. And don't ever try to start a business in something you don't like. Because if you don't like it, you will not have the passion for it.
That's true. Oh, yeah, you have to have something. You have to have something that you're going to really love, or it's just not going to work for you.
Exactly. Let's see. I have actually found a girl online. She's actually one of my Facebook friends, and she actually found a need and filled it. She lives in Alaska, and she started a consignment resale shop. She lives in Alaska, and the nearest store to her is 5.5 hours away in the little town that they live in. So I thought that was pretty interesting that she took the bull by the horn and, filled that need that needed to be found in Alaska. So she will actually be the first person that we have an interview with that will be posted next week when we officially start on September the 1st.
Yeah, September 1st is our kickoff to, the start of the show. And, right now we're just talking and testing the show out and testing the equipment and making sure we got it down before we really kick it off.
Yeah, if we don't have it down, we're just not, we're not doing it very well.
We're not?
If we don't have everything right, last week it was very hard for me to be able to get in.
I know last week we had audio difficulties trying to get everybody connected. But I think we got it connected now.
I think we pretty much do.
I think we got it going on. So we don't have any callers yet. You can give us a call, 718-766-4948. And we'll see how that goes. So moving on, what are you fixing to say, Beth?
I was just wondering if you wanted to discuss with the listeners regarding, the experiment that we're actually trying.
Sure. Let's talk about it.
There is, you can try and, scrape up as many friends as you possibly can on Facebook, and then you get the notifications. They think you're a fraud. They think you're faulty. And even if you do have a lot of friends like I do, one of the problems are you can't get them over to your Facebook fan page. A lot of people just do not want to be bothered with that. Most of the time, I don't even want to be bothered with that when they send me to their fan pages. So we're trying a different avenue, and hopefully we'll know by next week how exactly that's going to stand.
Right. We're trying a website out called meetme.com. And they encourage you to friend people that you do not know.
And you can have as many friends as you want. Like one of the people that actually founded it, who is going to be your first friend on that website, she has over 5 million friends. The website was originally called myyearbook.com. And the reason it was founded is because she and her brother had started a new school, and they had no friends, and they wanted to make new friends. So that was finding a need and actually filling it, which is really great. The only problem that I have with that website is all the advertising that they have on there, the different links and things to be able to get what they call lunch money or, gold coins.
Gold coins?
Gold coins.
Oh, they have a lot of games on there, too.
Oh, yeah. It's a great time waster for the game.
Time waster?
Yeah, if you have your own business and you have product that has to be created, done, or whatever, that will waste your time more than anything else. The most important thing is to really get out there and try and meet and greet as many people as you possibly can. And always, 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 never forget, be as nice and cordial to people as you truly would want to be treated.
Right,
That's the most important thing.
Because the most important thing is building customers is to build that trust.
Mm-hmm. If you can't be nice and cordial to someone, you really should not be doing a business.
Because people like to do business with people they trust.
Mm-hmm. And trust is always the most important thing. In my family, it was always, your word is your bond. And if you're a liar, you're labeled a liar. You could possibly be dragging down the rest of your family with it. If you're considered reliable, more people will trust you. More people will send more things to you, more clients to you.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, my family's business was a lumber yard. Back when I was younger, it was actually founded by my Uncle Otto. He had come back from the war missing a limb, one of his arms, and he and his children would literally go out to the houses that were being demolished around them, remove nails, and the nails that were still good, he would resell them. The boards he would, that were still good, he would resell those. Anything from the house that could be salvaged, he would sell it out of his very own home. And that's how the lumberyard actually started. And that's where
he got his start, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is very nice. That's very interesting. How people build up to something. Mm-hmm. And that's what, that's what business is all about. I started my business because I felt like there was a need for it. Because people didn't want to prepare all this paperwork. They just said, I will pay anybody to do this. And so I started, and year after year, it just started growing bigger and bigger. And now I cover the whole state of Alabama, and it's still in high demand, and I'm really blessed to have it. Absolutely.
I cannot stand doing paperwork. It drives me insane.
Well, I don't like doing bookkeeping. Bookkeeping bores me crazy. But, this type of paperwork, it's really pretty simple. It takes a while because everything's a process. So you go through the steps in the process, and then at the end you have the completed packet. So, it's interesting. It's fun. It keeps it changing and keeps it challenging most of the time. It's entertaining too most days.
Oh, I'm sure you get a lot of drama with that.
Some days, some weeks, some months are more drama filled than others.
With mine, creating actual Kindle books, it takes 6 hours, sometimes even longer, to create one Kindle book. versus, doing a PDF book. That only takes less than 10 minutes.
Right, because the PDF is just convert.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kindle, you have to do what?
Coding. A lot of coding.
Oh, coding. It's like creating a website.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, sort of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
and
can't
the
wait.
audiobook that I'm working on this week. If you don't know your programs, you are not going to do very well because you're just wasting your time. And when it comes to actually creating a business, have all your products and everything up front beforehand. That's the most important thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because if you start your business and you're still not ready, you're basically in a boat without oars.
You're just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
And doing nothing.
Yeah. Should I stick my feet in it and try and paddle? Will I get bit by a shark? Should I put my arms in and try and paddle? Will I be going around in circles? You don't want to feel like you don't know what you're doing. It's best and important to embrace and love the technology that you're working with, because this is a technology age.
It is. And it's all about research. Get your products and services down pat, and then launch your business.
Oh, yeah. The research took me the longest for everything. And everything changes so fast. Everything updates so much.
It does. It really does. I can't wait to have a show on building websites and layout of your website and what's important on your home page versus all the other pages that go along with a website.
Oh, yeah. We have a friend that will be able to better help discuss that. He does that professionally.
Yeah, and we'll have to definitely get him on the show. That episode. So he'll be able to help us explain the process of building a website and what's important and what's not so important.
Or you can just call him and have him do it, like I did. I don't have time to learn all that. I have too much other stuff to keep my hands filled with.
You do.
And the most important thing with a small business, you have to really know what you need to contract out. That's the most important thing, knowing what to contract and knowing what you can do for yourselves. Right.
Exactly. Well, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/somethingbuilding. Be sure to visit our Facebook page and like it.
So we'll have pictures of ourselves up there later.
Yeah, we're still in the process of building that. And we haven't got a website yet, but we're in the process of doing that also. And I don't know if I'm going to make Beth do it or not.
I don't think so.
She said no, she's not going to do it.
Not going to do it.
Oh, wow.
You could not pay me enough to do it.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
All I would do is just hand it off to my friend.
I could do it.
You know how to do it yourself. Most people don't. I do not. I've tried.
Well, they have the online builders, where you just launch the creator and you just drag and drop and type and whatever, and it's pretty simple to do it yourself. But if you want to get into high-tech, things that are going to be real complicated, it's best to hire a professional to do it for you. Absolutely.
That's why I had to hire a professional for mine.
Mm-hmm. Right, because you're doing e-commerce, where you're actually selling products and stuff, so that's a little bit more high-tech. When you get into the shopping carts and how to add a product to your shopping cart and then check out, and then after everything, all the money is situated, then you have to go back and redirect where you can actually download the product. So it makes it more difficult. Yeah, I can see how that can get a little technical.
Yeah, I would much rather be able to make sure that, my product is good quality for those who actually download it, and leave all that other stuff for someone else to do. That's what he gets paid for.
That's what he's paying. I mean,
That's what he gets paid to do.
That's what he's getting paid to do, right? Yeah. And then we're also going to be talking about entrepreneurs where people stay at home and work, home-based businesses.
Mine's actually a home-based business.
See, I don't
Yours started out as a home-based
Mine
business.
started out as a home-based business, but as it grew, people wanted to come and meet me, and they wanted to come to my house, and I'm like, no. So I had to go out and actually get an office. And then I had to get another office. And then I had to get another one. So it actually started a home-based business, but it grew into something that I had to have a location. And now I have several. So
I really won't have to worry about that for at least maybe 6 months, a year.
Well, as long as you're doing everything online, I mean, people don't actually come to an office to download something.
Well, I don't think, I have the room at all for, hiring an assistant, bringing an assistant in. I mean, what are they going to do, fight for space with my gerbil?
Seriously?
Yeah. I keep my gerbil in my office. He entertains me. Meow, 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 meow.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's up too high. He can't be bothered by the cat.
Right. All right. Well, you can give us a call at 718-766-4948. Would love to talk to you. Tell us what you think. And moving on to another topic. So we have about 30 more minutes.
Well, let's go ahead and discuss who our favorite entrepreneurial role models are.
Sure. Let's start with you.
Do you not have one? Nobody can see you shaking your head, honey.
I like the guy that created Facebook. Unbelievable. Started it at home.
Well, that's the way that the first computer was actually started.
Everybody knows that Al Gore
invented
the internet.
He did not invent the internet.
I know he didn't.
The first computer was actually created in a garage. And I cannot think of that guy's name. Saved my life. He worked with Steve Jobs very closely. And for some reason, I just cannot think of his name. I know what he looks like. He has glasses. He's kind of tall. A little bit dorky, but that's okay. Dorky is good.
Oh, yeah, I like geek.
I love geek. Geek is chic.
It is. Absolutely.
That's what one of my T-shirts actually says. My favorite role model or entrepreneur of all time would be Sir Richard Branson. When he was in college, he actually started a paper. And then once he left college, he went and started Virgin Music. Mm-hmm. And then from Virgin Music, he expanded. He started doing, I can't remember which came next, if it was Virgin Airlines or if it was Virgin Mobile. But, he's actually had his hands in a lot of things. And from what I understand, he has over 246 businesses.
Wow, that's a lot of businesses.
And that's why he owns his own island.
I'm sure it is.
He's a great inspiration. He actually has 3 books. Screw It, Let's Do It, and two other books regarding business. And those are great books to read.
Right.
Because they tell you so much and inform you of so much. He always says, dream big. Now you have a goal to accomplish.
That's some powerful words.
It's all about the dream.
It is. It's all about dreaming and trying to accomplish it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
That's the way to do it. But, the reason he had founded Virgin Mobile was due to the fact that he was looking for a way to be able to provide people cell phone service at a reasonable rate. Also with Virgin Airlines, it was the exact same way. A cheaper way to, get people from point A to point B.
Right.
Which is most important. People are going to go after the best prices. They're not going to go after high prices and, be treated like crap on a plane.
Right. It's all about more, bargaining and getting the best bargain. Did it say why he actually named the business Virgin?
If I remember correctly, it was because, all this was virgin territory for him.
Oh, okay. So it all kind of clicked there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was that name is very unique. And
exactly.
Everybody knows that name. It's something
he actually has a publishing company that's through Virgin.
Right. Okay.
That's where all his books are.
When you're trying to pick a name for your product, it's great to pick a name that people will kind of relate to and remember. And that name is something that it's kind of taboo. And since it's like that, people can really remember it. So it's
Another thing that people really remember is the logos. You've got to have a logo that's really going to be eye-catching and rememberable.
Right, and something short and something easy that people can really remember.
Oh, yeah. That's why my logo just says JSNCS and has a blue bar above it and a blue bar below it.
And that's simple and short and sweet. And you got it going on.
It's all about the colors.
The colors?
Once you get everything down, it's just easy breezy from there. That's one of the most difficult processes, I think, in my personal opinion.
Very good. Phone number again is 718-766-4948. Give us a call. We'd like to talk to you.
Yeah, because I think he's getting pretty tired just talking to me.
No, it's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good. That's hilarious.
You do it to me all the time.
I do. That's what it's all about. Something Building. We're going to help you build your business, and it's going to help everybody understand a little bit about business. It's going to educate, myself and Beth on different techniques and technologies and softwares and services that other businesses offer that could help us expand and, make our business easier. It's all about educational. And, of course, we're not experts on business. We do own our own businesses. We're definitely not an expert.
Not when it comes to small business.
Right. So, that's what the show's about. It's about talking about different businesses, services, techniques, programs, websites.
Franchising yourself out.
Right. Exactly. So it's all going to be a learning experience for everybody, really. And, we can talk stuff out. We can talk about the pros and cons of different programs and technologies and Facebook and Twitter and MeetMe.com, Pinterest, something new to me and Beth both.
I still have not started my Pinterest account yet.
I've started the Pinterest account. I haven't really got it all figured out yet, but we're going to work on it.
That is a lot of emails and a lot of, passwords to remember.
Passwords?
Mm-hmm. Passwords to get into every single account that you have started. If it's not linked to Facebook, it's really, well, how do I remember this? How do I do that? What was that password?
We'll have to have a show on that, too.
Oh, yeah. Especially the franchising one. That one's the one I am looking forward to the most. Those young ladies who started Quartz and Canvas down in Louisiana.
Yeah, that will be a definitely interesting show. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That is another interview that, we're hoping to land. We have not gotten that one confirmed yet, but we do plan on going after that one.
It's in the making.
Yes, it is is amazing.
And also we're gonna offer advertising on our radio show.
So that's a great opportunity to either get more business towards your website, towards your shop if you have one, but definitely be able to get the word out.
Absolutely. New products, new services, a different type of service. Or if your service is better than everybody else's services.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be unique, you have to stand out, especially have to get the word out.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah, they got to know that you
exist. That all comes down to
Advertising and marketing. That's going to be a big show. We'll have to do that several times.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's the main ingredient of startup business and existing businesses. They have to advertise. You have to advertise.
Yeah, if you want to make anything of yourself and your business, you absolutely have to advertise. There's no way around that.
Right.
There's nothing you can do.
And everything is going towards online. Even, the newspapers here in Alabama, they're cutting back to like 3 days a week. 3 days a week publication. And they're going to make everybody read the rest of the paper online.
Well, the worst part about that is a lot of people are losing their jobs.
This is true.
Yeah, and with people
Economy.
still losing their jobs every single day, you have to, either spend that several years trying to find a new job or reinvent yourself.
Several years.
Oh, I've known several people that are spending years trying to find a job, and it's just not easy.
Well, that's what this show's about, too, is when people lose their jobs. That's what happened to me. I had to go create me a job, and that's what I did. I found something that was really simple and easy to do, but people just didn't want to do it. And people would pay good money to have someone do it for them. And that's, of course I, got, laid off, the business closed, and I had to go find something to do. And I put in application after application, and I got job offers, a lot of them, but they didn't pay nothing. There was no way I could live off of it.
With the lumber company, Uncle Otto had passed away in a bizarre car accident, and my cousin James actually took over. When my cousin James died on the operating table from either double bypass or a triple bypass, I can't remember, my cousin Herman actually took over. And people are thinking, oh, well, we'll still have a job, we'll still be doing okay. No, he decided he wanted to shut the business down, sold everything off. My parents included were one of the ones that lost their livelihood. So, my parents, as you know, Jason, decided to start their own business. And my mother will not be on the radio. You cannot pay her enough. I'm not even going to try to ask because I know my parents. My dad does not even like talking on the telephone.
Right. But they run their own business, and they do pretty good at it.
Oh, yeah. It's all about the lessons that you learn, especially
so
as a
you
child.
just go and if something ends, you just go move on to your next page and create something new. Create a job for yourself. And that's what we're going to be talking about. It's creation. And we're really excited about it because we're hoping to learn a lot and to help a lot of people.
And if you're one of the ones that listening to us every single week and you start a business and you're very successful at it due to what we've said on the radio, we would love to be able to hear from you.
Right, exactly. The phone number is 718-766-4948. And you can also try to get us on Skype.
Now, one of the things about your product that you do sell, you need to make sure that it's going to be good. Back during the 80s, there was a time, made in America. Made in America meant something. Now what do we have? Everything made in China. Japan.
Yeah. China.
And a lot of the problems, especially with what parents are facing today, is a lot of the products that are coming in, they have toddlers and they have small children, and what do? They let them play with their electronics. Well, a lot of the toys that come in, they think it's okay for their kids to play with that. And uses a lot of lead.
They do.
So you end up getting a lot of recalls. And the reason I say that you have to make sure that your product that you use is one of the best is my father and mother started a cabinetry business. And I still have the desk that my dad made for me. And that was, wow, all the way right before I got into high school. I'm not going to tell my age.
And you still have it, and that was a long time ago.
Exactly.
Wow, that's really cool.
Exactly. I don't do anything without that desk. I have to have it. It's my staple. It makes me feel like that's my muse. That's where all of my talent comes from. Because it's a really great thing. It holds all the work that I have to have. That's why I feel that it's my muse. It's a great product.
And it's comfortable, and there you have it.
Exactly. Minus the chair that he made. My dad should never attempt to make another chair ever in his entire life.
Oh, you shouldn't talk about that.
I love my parents to death. I will admit that. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I adore my parents to death, but I told my father straight up when I sat down in that chair and it just collapsed. Don't ever make another chair.
Stick with the sturdy stuff.
Stick with what you know.
Oh, he doesn't know anything about building a chair?
That was his first attempt.
A rocking chair?
It was not a rocking chair. It was just supposed to be a desk chair.
Good deal.
Nothing like going to your parents with a concussion. Yay!
Check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/somethingbuilding. You can like us. And also give us a call, 718-766-4948. We'd love to hear from you. Tell us what you think. And there we go.
What other things would you like to discuss right now?
I want to talk about, I don't know.
Have you heard about that new way of interviewing people if you have a small business?
No, what's that?
I actually sent it through the Facebook link.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually do interviews via Skype. Not have to go out anywhere to interview. You can all do your interviews through Skype through this one company.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. I
think it's a great product. I think it's a great thing to be able to do. Because, if I decide to hire an employee, I do not want somebody coming to my house.
Oh, yeah, I have a friend that owns a personal fitness, what you call them, personal fitness advisors. And she actually coaches people around the U.S. via Skype, tells them how to eat, how to exercise, just kind of like, mentors them. And that's what she does over the internet and Skype. And, of course, I'm sure she does it by phone, too. But that's what she does. She helps people get into shape, tells them how to eat right, all that healthy stuff. That's what she does.
Does she make them do their scales, check the scales, see how much they weigh via Skype?
Probably not. I don't think she's that tough. But we'll definitely have to get her on the show.
Definitely,
Absolutely. Because she created this.
If she did a scale check while she did it on Skype, I would be lifting one leg like a flamenco.
Right.
She would not be able to say, hey, look how much weight I've lost.
Right. That's hilarious. Yeah, but she created this. She created her own business so she could have something to do.
Now, another thing that I'm pretty excited about would be what Adobe has just come out with. Adobe is actually one of the best programs to use for everything, just about. And they find that need, and they fill it fast for anybody that has a small business. And this product, they are targeting towards small businesses. And this product would be where you can send out contracts via this Adobe program. It's called EchoSign. ECHOSIGN, EchoSign. And what you do is you send out your contract via EchoSign, and you're no longer waiting by the fax machine. You're no longer waiting for mail. You just automatically get notification when the contract has been opened up, when somebody has signed the contract. You get everything automatically right then and there via EchoSign, and that is one of my newest favorite programs that Adobe has actually created.
Very
and
nice.
Adobe happens to be the leader in programs that a lot of companies use. When I worked for an insurance company, Adobe was the programs that we all had to use.
To do what, as far as forms and
memos that were sent out, all sorts of stuff.
Right.
And people can get the free version of some of the Adobe programs, which would be Flash, because we need Flash on our computers. We have to have them on, our phones. If we have those updated technology, I can't talk.
You can't talk?
I can't talk. The technology, everything technology, you have to have Flash for.
And Java.
Yes, and Java.
I
Java's a pain. I will admit that. I'm just not a big fan of Java. But the Flash is my absolute favorite.
Yeah, I'll be glad when iPad gets Flash.
Flash. Oh, sorry, I had to go to a Queen thing.
Yeah, because that would be awesome.
Mhm.
So we're going to be broadcasting on Saturdays at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time every week. We'll be having different interviews with different business owners and entrepreneurs and different experts on different industries and professions. And hopefully we can gain some knowledge and gain some experience. And hopefully it will help a lot of you out there to expand and start up and do a great business.
If you're also thinking about buying a franchise to start in your area, one of these weeks we will actually have, where we can discuss that. Now, there's a lot of startup capital that has to be done with a franchise business versus, starting your own business from scratch.
Right. You have to have money to make money.
Exactly. And I would much rather spend having the money on advertising versus, paying somebody else. Well, here, I want to use your product. I know it's really good, type of thing. I would rather, have the product to go, here, I've actually created this myself. And another thing that I would like to discuss with the show would be a business partner versus doing it yourself.
Right.
The advantages and disadvantages of it all.
Yeah, the pros and cons of having a business partner. Well, I would like to take that back about having money. You have to have money to make money. Because when I started my document preparation company, I had very little money. And I had very little money to advertise. So I did very minimum advertising techniques that grew my business. And we'll talk about that in upcoming shows. But I started with very little money. But as my business grew, I knew that I would have to invest more money into advertising to make sure that it grew at a speed that was right for me. And so I did have to spend a lot of money later on in advertising to compensate my goals that I wanted the business to grow to. So I wanted to throw that in there, that you have to have money to make money. I didn't in the beginning, but you will eventually.
That's the way that a lot of people are actually, living right now. A lot of people do not have, that extra little savings to start their own business. They just live paycheck to paycheck, and they're lucky if they have everything in that paycheck to be able to continue living.
Right.
And that's a few of the things that we'll also be discussing, too.
Right. We'll be discussing startup, how to start with very little money, versus if you have money to start a business, that is fantastic. If you don't, that is fantastic too. We're
Did
going
you
to
know?
both ways.
Did you know that if you start up a business while you actually work for somebody, that business can actually technically belong to the person that you work for?
No.
You have to show proof and documentation that you actually do this while you're not at work. We actually have a few articles that I have found on that.
Well, doesn't it depend on what kind of services and products you offer?
One of the things that most people do is if they are lucky enough to get a job where they can, learn more about the business that they're trying to create, that's the jobs that they gravitate to if they're fortunate to be able to get it. Because there's still a lot of people out of work right now. There's still a lot of people that are looking for new jobs or looking for ways to supplement their income.
And we're going to help them create something.
Exactly. That's
Yes.
what it's all about.
Right. But I would think that if you work for a company and you started your own company doing a different
But
type.
if you started your company and you're only doing it for a sideline, like a night job, because that's the only time that you really have time to put, forth more of an effort to your own business.
Nighttime and weekend.
You have to be able to prove that you're not, using the customers that are at your actual job that you work for that's actually paying your bills. Period.
That's a whole new show. We're going to have to talk about
We're
that.
going to be discussing it all.
Right, we're going to have to discuss all of that because that seems kind of iffy to me.
I found several articles about that. I've actually, doing a little bit of research on that. I don't have that problem at all. There are some jobs that I have done that helped supply information to my e-publishing company. Supplied some of the programs that I use. That's mainly what I used my income that came in for.
Right.
My husband paid all the bills. My husband paid all the bills, and I used all my excess fund money for my job, my business.
For your business.
For my business.
Well, that's
What
good.
are you playing with?
I'm playing on my cell phone.
Why are you playing on your cell phone? Even I'm not playing on my cell phone. I just check the occasion.
I was making a call. Give us a call. We have 5 minutes left to the show. 718-766-4948. Or you can try Skype. And also visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/somethingbuilding.
Any questions that anybody leaves on Facebook that they would like to ask that, they only pick up the show after the fact that we have recorded, we will be glad to take your questions on Facebook, and we will be glad to ask them on the show and get some answers for you or answer them right to Facebook.
Right. Absolutely. So, Facebook, and we may start up a Twitter account, and we can tweet. And
Okay,
then
I'm not all about the tweeting.
we're going to tweet, and then we're going to start up a Pinterest where we can pin. We're going to blog, Facebook, tweet, and pin. Wow,
For all
that's
those people that have all of these accounts trying to get information out, what is the one problem that you actually come across? Remembering the password. I actually have a LinkedIn account. I cannot remember the password. Can't get in there. I've got 3 Twitter accounts because I can never remember the password.
why do you have 3?
Because I forgot the first one, and then I forgot
And you
the second
started
one.
another one, and
Well,
then you
yeah.
forgot that, then you started another one?
Yeah.
Well, isn't there some kind of technique or something that you can recover your passwords
No.
on
Because
Twitter?
I can't remember what.
The email address you used to create that. Oh, wow.
Because you have to have so many. And
We're
what
gonna
I
have
thought it
to-
originally went to did not actually go to it.
We're going to have to do a show on passwords and
Actually,
Or
I have
part of
found
the
out
show.
some great information regarding that. There is a brother and sister who has actually founded their own company thanks to the help of Sir Richard Branson, one of my favorite entrepreneurs. they actually have their own company. They have set up a program that helps you with all of that information. They help you keep track of it, and it's located in a secure area where it cannot be hacked. That's one of the most important things. You never want those passwords or email addresses getting out because you do not want somebody playing around with that.
That is true.
That's how viruses get started. That's how, your credibility can end up getting ruined.
We'll definitely have to have a segment on that issue.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll need a professional to help us explain that one.
Yeah, because I'm not much of a professional. I just read about that in Success Magazine.
Okay, good deal.
Now, what would be some of your favorite magazines to read for small businesses?
I read a lot of the stuff online. I don't really read magazines. I just do a lot of my research online, basically.
My favorite thing to read would be the Entrepreneurial Magazine, Entrepreneur, and also Success Magazine. Those are my favorite magazines.
I see that online. Right.
Those are two of my favorites.
Small Business Ideas. There's a magazine that I love that magazine because I'm always looking for something new. I always like to explore and find out new services and products that are out there. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Finding out what's already been done. You may think that you have a great idea and you want to do it. It's always best to research it first, find out if somebody else has already started on it, see if there is a patent.
Right.
And patents are the fun part.
Or if you can duplicate it. A lot of companies do exactly what I've done. I will show you how to duplicate my success. I've seen that, but it takes a lot of money.
It takes a lot of money, and these pyramid schemes, too, are a big problem. A lot of people fall for that still.
Right, the multi-level marketing, we'll have a show on that. I love multi-level marketing, I do. It's all pyramid scheme, but I like the idea of it. And there's a lot of companies out there that you can make money with. And there's a lot of them that you just can't do nothing with. So
if you're that very last person on that rung, you're basically just worse than living paycheck to paycheck.
Right. I mean, it's a tough industry. It's a tough business to run. But you can make money if you are a go-getter. If you have that personality that can sell water to a fish. I mean,
or
it's
even
possible.
Be able to, oh my goodness, just had another stroke. Isn't that just lovely?
That is wonderful. Well, I'm Jason Stewart, and
I'm Beth Elliott.
We're with Something Building, and we will check us out on Facebook, blogtalkradio.com/somethingbuilding, and on Facebook, facebook.com/somethingbuilding. Give us a call, 718-766-4948, and we'll see you next Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we look forward to talking. And you have a great day, and we'll see you next time.